Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Carrying on with the Repose session, getting the room ready for the next room tour, and on to the 1/6 scale Sideshow Collectibles Harley Quinn, which has a body swap going on here. We've got a Fire Sin body replacing the Sideshow one. I had to cut the suit at the back and then stitch it back together once I got it on the Fire Sin body, and she looks incredible. So this is the little tweak on her pose. I like to have her with the knuckle duster with the ha-ha, the brass knuckles on there. As you can see with the Fire Sin body, very realistic proportions and unlimited posability. You get two head sculpts with the piece, but this is the one I really prefer. Nice and evil grin. Yep, she's ready to go back on the shelf. Looking awesome. It's pretty much like the ultimate 1/6 scale Harley Quinn look, the most iconic and recognizable. It is an absolute classic. And now on to Freddy Krueger, and there's just unlimited poses you could do with Freddy. You can do really kind of scary poses, just kind of standing there looking cool poses, or kind of crazy silly poses. You can get away with a lot with Freddy Krueger. He's kind of the Deadpool of the horror icons, I guess. You know, he's a little bit cheeky. Well, he certainly got pretty cheeky as the films progressed. He was always a bit of a cheeky chap. But I'm thinking of the shush pose, because I've tried in the Icons of Horror lineup up there, I'm trying to get each character or each version of the character to be in a very recognizable kind of pose that you recognize that character doing. So I think it was actually one of the older Dream Warriors posters where Freddy was wearing like a trench coat and he was doing the shush kind of pose on one of the old posters. I remember in the 80s, different countries had different posters, and I was in Dublin at the time, so maybe that was the thing, but that's what I'm going to do. Put him in the shush pose. So I'll come back to you in a sec. But in case you're wondering, new to the channel, it was originally the Sideshow Freddy, the most recent one that Sideshow Collectibles made, but the only thing that remains of the Sideshow figure is the body, the neck, the head, the hands, and the boots. The pants, the sweater are completely different, and the hat is the old Sideshow Freddy, the original one from many years ago. Alright, one shush pose coming up. Right, so just cut into in between moment here where I'm looking for my Freddy stuff. I found my Freddy hands. So I've got the shush kind of hand there, you can see with the one finger sticking up, but then I've got this other one which is kind of doing like that, which is kind of cool. And then but I actually have a pointing hand for his non-gloved hand as well, so maybe I could do the shush with that one, and then maybe have the claw doing something else. And I've also just found some sunglasses, which is handy. Where are they? They're over there, some black shades. So I could do the shush pose with some sunglasses on, have them kind of turn into the side, kind of like this, but looking at us, doing the shush action. And I'm going to upgrade the hands, because I just found these really cool burnt hands. I think they're from maybe the Free Zero Part 6 Myers. See those burnt hands there? Because if I'm not mistaken, obviously at the beginning of Halloween Part 4, he's all burnt up. So maybe that would be pretty cool. And there is two of them. Look at those. Pretty gnarly. I might put them. Yeah. So if I do put those on my Part 4 Myers, I'll let you see that later on. We'll see. Anyway, let's get back to business. Alright, I'm really glad I found these, but I remember what these are. I recognize this from just recognize them from basically the 1/6 scale NECA Pescadero T800 Arnold Schwarzenegger figure from Terminator 2. So these are actually NECA 1/6 scale glasses, so they're a bit wonky. I mean, you know, they're all in one piece, but they're not very, you know, you can tell they're not high-end glasses. And these, I remember these are from the Enter Bay Men in Black Tommy Lee Jones figure. So either one of these are a bit bigger. Either one of these should work on Freddy pretty well here. So let's try that first. Alright, the Enter Bay ones are kind of funny looking. They work, but they're quite big. He looks really gangster. like really gangster. Triple Freddy. Yeah, man. Maybe use these ones. Probably going to go with the NECA T2 glasses instead. They're a bit smaller. Alright, so there's the NECA ones. A little bit more realistic scale-wise. So, probably going to rock these. Pretty happy with that. Freddy's looking good. Ready to go back on the shelf. And speaking of the horror icons section, there is another member on his way to the collection. And it's all because of someone awesome in the community who got in touch. And they had a figure that they just had sitting in storage for a couple of years and it wasn't on display, and they saw the horror icon video. They got in touch and said, I have this particular figure and I think it belongs in the lineup and it's on the way. I'll tell you more about that and obviously tell you about the awesome person who made that happen once the figure arrives. But there is another horror icon on the way, and be interesting, see if you can guess it in the comments. But I've never had him in any shape or form in the collection before, so it should be interesting. But Freddy is looking good and he's ready for display, so let's put him back and we'll see him in the collection room tour coming up soon. And on to the 1/6 scale Diana Prince Wonder Woman, the comic concept version by Hot Toys from Justice League. And beautiful classic look to this one. You've even got the stars on the skirt and the black hair that we kind of recognize from the artwork from the 80s and the 90s. Adam Hughes did some incredible Wonder Woman front covers. But yeah, I want to have the shield on display in some form because it's such a beautiful, vibrant shield. But there is a bit of an issue with, once you get the hand holding onto the shield and then you plug the shield holding hand into the wrist joint, I don't know, it's an issue with there being too much of the actual body, this kind of synthetic skin, like a Firesim body, but much tougher feeling, the Hot Toys skin. It's really quite interesting, but there's a little bit too much of it coming down the wrist, so when you go to plug in the hand, the shield holding hand always drops out, basically. So I'll come in the room the next day and she'll drop the shield, and I'm forever just trying to get her to hold on to the damn thing. So I'm just going to have it on display like that instead. But absolutely stunning, vibrant figure. I brought the hair around the front for a change. I always take the kind of easy way out with the rooted hair for Wonder Woman and just kind of put it going down her back. That way you don't have to worry about getting it to look too realistic. But I'm trying to work with it. Still a bit too much volume on the sides. I'd like it to be a bit more in like that, but it just kind of naturally poofs out a little bit. But absolutely love this figure. So vibrant, colourful, just has one hell of a presence in the room, and I'm so glad to have at least one Wonder Woman figure. I did have the Dawn of Justice version and the training version. Sold both of those, keeping this one, because as you can see, she's far too stunning to ever let go. Beautiful piece, ready for the shelf. Alright, on to Ben Affleck Batman from Dawn of Justice by Hot Toys with the custom Unreal Customs cape. That's Unreal Customs, or Unreal Toys sometimes. This was a total accident. I was just getting his legs tight together because instead of the wide stance I wanted to go for this kind of more just straight up look. I wanted to make him look as tall and imposing as possible, so I've turned the arms inward to make them look thicker. But the thing that was an accident was the way the cape's just accidentally fallen like this. I wish I could just teleport him over to the shelf, because I know when I pick him up and move him over there it's going to change. But right here, I love the way that looks. So I hope I can, or at least take some pictures and put them on Instagram before I move him. But I love the way everything's just draping. It's just an accident. The cape just kind of slid around his shoulder, and everything just looks really good. So hopefully I can keep that. I might tweak it a little bit actually. A few things as I'm looking at it. A couple of things. Is he tilting a little bit to that way? Looks like he's tilting. That's alright though. Nothing wrong with a little tilt action. Look at that. Alright, some very, very minor tweaks, but I'm going to try and get him back to the shelf just like that, because I think that looks beautiful. So simple, but just that captures that special kind of look that the Affleck Batman has, harking back to the Dark Knight Returns graphic novels and the Frank Miller artwork. Just the bulk and the mass of the bat. Look at him, he's huge. It looks absolutely awesome. Right, I'm happy with that. I know it's simple. I'm not going anything too dynamic here. I'm not trying to blow your minds with acrobatics or anything. I'm just trying to capture the essence of each character in poses that I don't have to worry about damage. You know, after a few days, a few weeks of having an arm bent or a leg bent, or you know, there's rumors flying around that this particular material, some people, I saw a picture actually, someone had some kind of deterioration happening on the suit. I've been lucky so far, I've had no problems with it, but I mean, you just can't really tell with the Hot Toys figures. They look incredible for the most part, but you gotta watch out which ones you pick. I mean, I've had plenty of learning experiences now, like the Dark Knight Rises Selena Kyle figure. Stunning looking figure, but absolutely just deterioration city. The gloves, the boots, even the actual bodysuit now is starting to deteriorate. So that figure is done. You know, she's on the shelf over there, but you know, she's not long for this world. I'll have to maybe try and get third party replacement outfit. But anyway, back to Batman. He looks amazing. No issues so far. Again, that beautiful custom cape is doing the figure incredible favors. And that again was made by Unreal Customs. He's shelf ready. Alright, and lastly for this video, I'm going to finish up with the 2018 1/6 scale Michael Myers figure. And this was the one that you saw in the Horror Icons video that had the Ryan Harper custom sculpt. But I just think because of the proportions and the height and bulk of this figure, I needed to use the slightly bigger Tots head, which I have repainted twice now. So I haven't lost any of the details, but I did tone down all that blue that was on the sculpt. I'll just insert this quick bit of footage to show you what the Ryan Harper sculpt looks like on this setup. So this is the one that's in the Myers room, and proportion wise that just works out a lot better. So that one is the one I'm rocking here. So the Ryan Harper sculpt is still very much in use because it just has to be that way, folks. It is absolutely incredible custom head sculpt. Amazing detail, amazing accuracy. Don't know how the guy did it. Alright, back to the main room. Ooh. Ooh. But just got him kind of stepping forward slightly, holding onto the hammer. So I believe it's a JX02 body that I've modified, shaved off the shoulders with a Dremel because he was too kind of wide in the shoulders, so I really brought that in. You've got the Tanila's Customs actual custom coveralls and the t-shirt. We've got the Trick or Treat Studios hands because they're so awesome, and the Trick or Treat Studios hammer, and some boots which I couldn't tell you where they came from. I've been through all this with you, but anyway, there he is. That's how he's looking. I think proportions, everything. This is basically a perfect 2018 Myers now. It really is. I am so obsessed, and about any character that I'm into. When I was into the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, I wouldn't stop until I perfected it, and now I finally have. He's over there, and I don't like to touch him because he's so damn perfect. But the 2018 Myers in 1/6 scale was something I really have been trying since 2018 to get right, and I can honestly tell you, sitting here now looking at that, I'm happy with everything. The coveralls, the hands, the boots, the body, the proportions, the head sculpt. It's friggin' perfect. And when I stand this one up next to the Nick Castle 78, he's the accurate amount of height difference between the 5'10" Nick Castle and the 6'3". Is it 6'3"? I think it is 6'3" for James Jude Courtney. But yeah, absolutely perfect 2018 Myers. I'm so damn happy to have that finally done. Now just have to worry about Halloween Kills. That's a whole new Michael Myers that I have to, go on a journey now and try and get that perfected. Probably take a few years. The Halloween Kills is out this October 2021. It'll probably be 2023 by the time I'm sitting here with a Halloween Kills Myers saying that I've finally perfected it. But I am very satisfied with this 2018 version. So that's the end of this video, folks. We'll go ahead and put him back up on the shelf. And like I said, we've got a new arrival coming. He looks amazing in this light, Jesus. See the paint work I did on that? Haven't lost any of the wrinkles or the cracks. But toned down that blue, brought in some kind of off-whites and some browns. And just incredible looking piece, man. Can't wait to see what Trick or Treat Studios do with a Dick Warlock Myers. It's hopefully going to be something they announce soon. But okay, that is another Repose video done, and I hope you enjoyed it, folks. I'll be back with you. Why is it so dark? Hang on. Sorry, the screen went super dark. But yes, that's another Repose video done. Big collection room tour coming up soon. And until then, take care of yourselves, enjoy the hobby, and drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, check me out on Instagram at DeanKnight333, and don't forget to check us out at our store at www.thefigurepit.com. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.